That was how they were raised. Like their children were everything. And that's now what's most important for me, is my children.
If used well, compassion will elevate your status as a human faster than any other source of accomplishment. For the children, what do we leave them as it's been our time to care for our planet? What legacy do we leave as individuals, as community servers, as good examples for the future planet caretakers? We come into the Blackfeet Nation. We are coming in to stay at the Teepee Lodge. Daryl Norman and his wife Angelica run the Teepee Lodge like a bed and breakfast. Authentic teepees sitting in an open field. You come to the main lodge for meals and you browse in the art gallery. Daryl is an accomplished artist and also involved in the Blackfoot Buffalo Horse Coalition.
I'm a member of the Southern Piikani tribe here in Montana. I began this business 12 years ago, and it was a very casual business to begin with, and has evolved into now we have one of the only independently owned Native American galleries in Montana, and also our teepee camp that is unique in that there isn't anything like it in the state of Montana and maybe perhaps the United States.
We must gain a conscience within our short lifespans. Those of us who will care for our fellow man. Those of us who will light the way to help people serve the earth for the highest good. This doesn't give license to change people and their customs or their pride, but to accept how they are and let them gain self-esteem by your willingness to accept their way of living. My daughter Cheyenne and I enjoy the beautiful and spiritual ranch of Windwalker, owned by Loretta Johnson. We have arrived after a summer monsoon and it is fresh and lovely. Loretta loves this ranch, and right away you see that she is guardian of a very special place.
When I got here, it felt like this was the place. I didn't know, so I called my whole family, made them come out the next day, and everybody agreed that this was where it was supposed to be. There's burial mounds all over the place. There's some that we know have lots of people in them, and then there's one, for instance, has a halo over the top of it, which in talking to the Native American medicine people and shamans, they say that signifies somebody of great power. There's another rock mound that looks like a bear paw. So we've tried not to move any of the rocks because I think they are sacred places. And we may never know what they completely mean. I first found out about the massacre that happened up on the land with the horses. We were out riding, and I was riding a colt. Came through the ditch, took 5 steps, and bucked me off, broke 8 bones in my shoulder. The cowboys just said, it's a terrible horse, it's a horrible horse. They got rid of my colt. And several months later, we have a lot of movie star horses that have been in a lot of films out here. I was riding behind the movie star horses, and when they came through that same ditch, they stumbled, and I said, something is up here. They came in and they massacred over 6,000 Native Americans. John Peterson's wrote a book on it, but he only put 1 paragraph in. And it's been something that hasn't been spoke of much. It's a really horrible thing that happened. There's been other massacres that I've found out since that happened on the land between different peoples fighting over the energy of the land. There's been lots of people that have, over thousands and thousands of years, that have come to this land. You get to get in touch with that when you're on the land. Burials, I think, help with that. The spiral tree has spirals that go out from it, and then it spirals counterclockwise up to a point, and it's like it's pointing in the sky. There's a prayer stone under it where they used to say the prayers and hold them. Their prayers, they would hold the rock until the prayer was answered. They would hold the rock in their right hand, and you had to eat with your right hand. So you probably, I don't think they said very many prayers that they didn't expect to get answered. It was real important when they sent those prayers adrift.
She has made it into the haven which allows anyone to come and stay here.
I'm the guardian of the land. I get to be here. I'm blessed. Yeah.
Look to the sky and see the faces of your ancestors, the lineage that you are from. Listen to them in the wind. You may think that they are silent, but you look out to the world as they once looked out, and feel as though they once felt. They look to you, their future generation. They offer the best of their past knowledge through your earthly presence. You surround yourself with their vibratory energy of who they were. Recall how they stayed strong in the face of adversity. Recall their wisdom and courage. It flows in your veins.